What's something we all just pretend no one does, but in truth we know we all do it? Story 1. Fart in public. I was at Home Depot a few months back and I was walking down an aisle and another dude was walking down that same aisle towards me. When he realized I would be walking where he just was, his exact words were, "I about just shit my pants right over there, maybe give it a minute before you head that way." I've never been so appreciative towards a complete stranger. That's real looking out for your fellow man right there. We've all been out and unknowingly walked through someone else's fart, or had someone else walk through ours. Story 2. 10 years ago my boyfriend and I had just started dating and we decided to take a trip together. We were late to get on our flight, so I ended up sitting in front of him instead of next to him. Southwest. As we taking off I feel my stomach rumble and realize I'm going to have a bad case of the altitudes. I proceed to blow us almost the entire flight. As soon as we get off the plane my BF starts complaining about how someone farted the entire flight. He was so mad and I didn't have the heart to tell him that it was me. Instead I waited to tell him that secret on our 1-year anniversary. We had a good laugh about it and now he calls me toots. Story 3. When you go into an aisle in the grocery store and you see someone in front of the object you're looking for, so you pretend you're getting something else all while hovering near them waiting for them to leave that area so you can get said object. Story 4. Make snap judgments about people based on their appearance. This could be anything from race, gender, age, clothing, hairstyle, facial appearance, etc. We make these judgments before we have time to think about it. It's almost instant. None of us like to talk about this because some of these judgments are controversial. Story 5. I'm sure there's actually a term for this, but the thing you do when you're upset or hurt and then attribute it to something that feels more respectable to be upset about. Like instead of crying because you're mad that someone forgot your birthday, spirals into the long history of wrongs that person has made. Because it's embarrassing to say that you just wanted to be a special boy for a day. Story 6. Making up conversations in my head before something important. Like I will say this and then the response from other person might be this. Sometimes it can go for 10 to 15 minutes before I snap back to reality. Story 7. Recently I had to insist that my wife knocks loudly and waits before opening my son's bedroom door. I really had to explain why FFS. I know he's constantly jacking off, but he would be mortified if anyone knew, especially his parents. Story 8. Me and my brother shared a room in high school, and so we could only ever do it in the shower or on the toilet. My dad caught on but my mom never really did, and would get incredibly mad when we would spend 30 minutes going to the bathroom. After countless events of her knocking on the door and yelling, "What's taking you so long? Come on out," every 5 minutes, my brother eventually got fed up and yelled back, "Shut up mom, I am masturbating." She didn't do it anymore after that. Story 9. I was hanging out late at my brother's house when his sons were 13 and 15 but also shared a bedroom. The kids had all showered, gone to bed, then the bedroom door opens and the 15-year-old heads into the bathroom. My brother says, "I just don't get that boy. Seems like every night he takes a shower, goes to bed, then gets up and takes a 20-minute shit." To this day I still don't know if he was so willfully ignorant or making a low-key joke. Maybe he had truly forgotten what being a teenage boy was like. Story 10. Reading comments/texts multiple times after sending/posting them. Just to let the fact that you're a modern-day Shakespeare settle in. Story 11. So do text messages. At least on Android phones. You can schedule to send a text. Saved me so many times, because I'm horrible at remembering to text people on their birthdays. I'll remember the day before that so-and-so has a birthday tomorrow, then tomorrow comes and I get busy or distracted and forget to actually send the text. So, I schedule a text to arrive the next day. Late enough that I'm typically awake and texting, but early enough that it's clearly one of my first texts of the day. Also I make sure to select a weird minute to send, 8:33 not 8:30 on the dot. Story 12. Kids hide their profanity from adults, and adults hide their profanity from kids. Because both sides must maintain the illusion that the other side doesn't know that they know profanity. Story 13. I still remember vividly the first time I heard my 13-year-old boy loudly exclaim "FUCK" through an open window. He was carrying groceries in, and dropped a gallon of milk on the pavement. It was proper usage, and I couldn't bring myself to yell at him over actual spilled milk, so here we are. Story 14. When I was in middle school I had all my friends over playing COD in my parents' basement and I had just wrecked my buddy, so I stood up and yelled, "Fuck you bitch, this is my fucking house." Naturally, they all go silent and I turn around to my stepdad standing behind me, who says, "Whose house is it?" To which I sheepishly reply, your house. And all my friends burst out laughing as my face turned beet red until my stepdad just started laughing and patted my back. Story 15. Take shits. It's something the vast majority of us do at least once a day, and could not be more natural, yet it's so taboo. I know people who almost shit themselves at school avoiding being known as the person who used the toilet for what toilets are for. Story 16. Daydreaming about childish shit. No, when you ask what I'm thinking and I say nothing when you saw me zone out, I wasn't literally thinking of nothing. For that minute I was a race car driver or an astronaut. Yes, I've made plans in my head on how I would go about trying to weigh my own head or how much I'd like to just wail in that crying baby's face to see how it would react. No, I'm not going to say that when you ask me to my face, I'll lie and say nothing of importance or hit rewind till the last vaguely important plot point to say I was thinking about to save face.